Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Riding Shotgun with Charlie. You guys might not recognize this gentleman, but you might recognize his voice. It is Gary Daugherty from the Polite Society podcast.
Yeah.
Good to have you, Gary. Thanks for coming along and riding shotgun with Charlie.
Looking forward to it.
This is going to be a lot of fun. This is what I like about listening to the Polite Society podcast. I grew up in Bourbonnais, Illinois, an hour south of Chicago. And when I hear somebody with some good hard R's,
Yes.
I love it. Being from Massachusetts, we don't have a lot of hard R's. So I gotta tell you, I love hearing hearing a good Illinois accent. And I never thought that I had one until I moved to Massachusetts, then moved back to then went back to Illinois and heard my sisters talk, my sister and my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they sound funny.
I don't know. Well, I guess I hear other accents, obviously.
Right.
My parents live down here in the Dallas area, and they've been down here 25 years, so I start to hear they've picked
A little bit
it
of
up.
twang.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't know what an Illinois accent even sounds like.
I'll tell you this: there is no Illinois accent. Like you sound like you're from the Midwest. You enunciate all your words. Sometimes there's hard R's.
Yeah.
But that's it. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about. You've been on the Polite Society podcast. Before we get to that and how you got started with them, you're also a firearm instructor.
Yes.
Very cool. How long have you? What got you into shooting, and how long have you been an instructor?
Okay. I'll start with what got me into shooting, because that was 30 years ago.
Wow.
I was, if they can't tell from your video how wedged into this car I am, I was 2 feet tall at birth.
Wow.
And 6'5" by high school.
Oh my gosh.
So started out working as a doorman. Actually, before I was even old enough in Illinois to do it. And so got hooked up with a lot of people, some higher end clubs, and politicians and very, very connected people hired me to be their bodyguard.
Wow.
And I carried illegally. They gave me guns. They gave me double shoulder holsters to wear under my suit, and carried like it was nothing. And I was not a huge gun guy. I went to the range. I liked going shooting and stuff like that, but it wasn't I didn't think that largely about it. Mm-hmm. And then, so I did that for a couple of years. It was fun. A lot of people hire bodyguards because they want to act like people who need bodyguards that really don't. So
they want to act like
show off. I mean, one guy used to hand me a wad of cash and then would snap his fingers and have me bring over money, like he,
Oh my gosh.
Gary, give me $300. Gary, like that. Like I said, he just liked to show off his beef. And so I got into, after that, I enjoyed that aspect of it, so I took some driving training and got into driving a limousine.
Wow, that's cool.
So I was a chauffeur for a while and continued to carry illegally. We just got concealed carry a couple of years ago in Illinois. This was way out there, but it had become the commonplace. Like most of us, at the gun rights policy conference, just carry every day, like putting on your pants and your shoes.
Right.
And I didn't think much of it until I was sitting in the limousine in the winter, car running with the heat on, and was just half dozed off, you know, and was awakened by someone trying to yank open the front passenger side door of the limousine.
Holy crap.
And everything you go through, I was startled. I was in a strange neighborhood. Like I said, I had someone in a bar.
Yeah.
And drew and pointed the gun at the passenger side window.
Wow.
This guy was crazy. I mean, this guy's trying to break into a car that's running with a person in it. So you know how out there he must have been.
No kidding.
And then I scared the hell out of myself. I said, oh my God, if he gets this door open, I'm going to have to shoot him.
Yikes.
You know, I mean, that I had no training at all, which just is a mistake. And literally scared myself. And that was the last day I carried until about 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
And I switched to pepper spray, and like I said, it was just untrained, and I've been shooting and living in Illinois. And then about 10 years ago, I moved to Vegas and went ahead and got my permit made legal, and then kind of almost like a new concealed carry, got back into it slowly. Didn't carry every day, but just started doing more research and getting back into as a gun person. You know, when I was just kind of a hobby shooter at the time, and you know, self-defense, you used to read all that stuff, and then moved back to Illinois, where we didn't have concealed carry yet, and sticker shock, not putting my gun on every day. You know, I had gotten to the mode where I was doing it every day, and then all of a sudden I couldn't, and I wasn't going to break the law again. I was more mature.
Right, a little older, a little more mature. Just a little.
Yeah, so I figured, well, I got to get some more training, because I hadn't, very little at that point. And did some research and found a NRA instructor course. I mean, I've been shooting at that point, like I said, for almost 30 years. I figured, well, I don't think I need a basic. I don't need to take a basic class.
Yeah.
I also, for about 10 years, had taught motorcycle safety and ATV safety. So I like teaching people that want to learn. I don't think I would be a good instructor, like at a high school.
Sure.
But people that want to learn, and people that are very, very basic, like I love to see the light bulb go on.
That's cool. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm one of these guys, like when I get into something, I start doing it, I'm like, this is pretty cool, I'm all excited, and then at one point I'm like, I can teach people how to do this. I can teach people, like I did it with gun stuff. I was into archery for a while. I'm like, I can teach people how to shoot a bow and arrow, that'll be cool. And it doesn't matter what I do, I'm like, I can teach people how to do this. And it seems like the one thing that goes through my life is I just want to, like I've been a band teacher for 25 years. I knew that I was going to be I want to be a rock star, of course, but I knew I'd end up being a teacher, and took that route, and everything I've done, I just like teaching people. Getting them up and going, watching that light go off, that's the big thing. For me, I know that I like to teach people because I like seeing the light go off. I like it that I'm not, I wasn't in the military, I wasn't a cop, that wasn't my background. Right. You know, I got into this as I've got a son, I need to be able to protect my son. Okay, cool. And then I'm just, Joe concealed carry, just a regular guy after that. But anyway. Yeah. So you got the instructor?
Yes, I got instructor certification NRA, and continued. Had a great training counselor, just amazing. Still a friend today.
Cool.
You could call him up at any time. What do you think about this? New laws, new changes, new things.
Yep.
The NRA went through a process with changing the way the basic pistol training was. Yeah. So I have somebody who's very knowledgeable and very into it to reach out to whenever there's changes.
Cool.
But couldn't carry because, like I said, when I got to Illinois, wasn't allowed.